987, and one of the most emotional nights of regular season college basketball we've had in quite some time. Tim Brando, Mike Jaminski, Jen Hildreth here, and you could really sense, and I think the outpouring of the fan base rushing the court as they did was not just about beating North Carolina, it was about getting the NCAA tournament monkey off their back, knowing that this solidifies an at-large bid for this season.
This team has taken a lot of hits, Tim.
Yeah,
It's a tough media market. There are people calling for Gary's job, believe it or not.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just sick. And they've been through a lot. They've fought through a lot, and they've won 5 in a row in the league right now. Incredible mental toughness by this group.
And a moment ago, an emotional Gary Williams with our Jen Hildreth.
Well, congratulations, Coach. You had to work hard and sweat a little bit for this one, but what did you learn about your guys down the stretch?
Well, I thought we were resilient twice. In the first half when we got down early, then the second half. Excuse me. Our guys, they didn't quit. And I've been telling people all year, that's how we practice. In other words, I've been doing this long enough not to do. But this year, we've been able to practice well after losses and after wins. And that's the key. You know, we haven't gotten too high after a good win for us, or we didn't quit after a loss. And that's hard to do for young guys because, especially in this area, you hear a lot of negative things if you do lose one game. So you have to stay tough, and our seniors have done a good job with the younger guys, making them believe in us.
And, Coach, what about this? You talked a little bit there, but clearly this is an emotional moment for you, and you've been through a lot of basketball games. What is making this one stand out?
It's just me. It's the way I am. You know, some guys can sit there and coach, and I can't do that. You know, I get into the game probably too much sometimes, but, you know, you have to be yourself. I've always thought that in coaching, that if you try to be somebody different than you are in practice, then, you know, the players know. They're with you all the time, so they know when you're serious or trying to fake it or whatever. So I just try to show them how I feel about the game.
Gary Williams with Jen Hildreth, and that truly was an emotional moment. We've known him for a long, long time, Mike, and there are different ways of getting it done. We have the utmost respect for all the coaches that we deal with, but Gary's being able to allow us that moment to see that publicly, that speaks volumes for the kind of guy he is and why his program has flourished the way it has.
Well, and he's changed, too. The birth of his first grandchild, I think it changed him. The national championship changed him. I remember having a very tearful interview with him when he won his first ACC tournament a couple of years ago. So he wears his emotions out on his sleeve. That's the way he coaches. He talked about that. This group responded to him, and he lays it all out there and leaves it on the floor. And it must have been some scene with him in his locker room with his team after this game.
No question about it. And I can't wait to talk to him about it maybe a little bit later on. I really wanted to talk to you about the defensive play of Maryland down the stretch. And they really did the job shutting down North Carolina, which was really getting a lot of easy opportunities probably for the first 30 minutes of this game. But deflections and particularly blocks down the stretch led to easy points for them.
Last 10 minutes, they really got it done. We talked about Maryland, #1 blocking team in the ACC, #3 in the country. And Giston Ebekwe really came alive in that second half. And even Eric Hayes blocking the Lawson jump shot, coming in from behind. They really closed it up. You know, I talk about it, Tim. Maryland has always played well enough offensively this year to win. They got it done defensively and outscored a North Carolina team that's the highest scoring team in the league. Both teams shot well, but the big key, North Carolina in this 2-point loss, 8 of 17 from the free throw line. You can't do that on the road and win.
This was a team that got down early, too. What Roy Williams really wanted was an early lead. He got it up to 24-11, a 13-point lead early in the game. All right, when we come back, after this emotional moment here at the Comcast Center, we'll preview our upcoming Pac-10 matchup between Arizona and Arizona State. Mike and Jen and I will return to wrap it up from the ACC after that. Stay tuned.